Hello viewers, this is Say-La-Vee and welcome back to our All the Mods 9 Let's Play episode 3, I think? Okie dokie, so we are back here, like the intro probably mentioned, but I would like to just start off by saying thank you for the support on the series so far if you've been watching along. If you did watch the All the Mods 6 series, you would recall that I had a billboard that I placed some things on that I wanted to do in the series and things that I did between episodes. I haven't added the between episodes portion of it yet because I haven't really been doing a whole lot. I've just been doing some resource collection. So over there we've got 3 stacks of iron cooking up in our smeltery factory. And I also realized that in a quest reward we collected a basic upgrade which turned our enriching chamber into an enriching factory. So this is actually a 3 times producer now as well. So let's grab this iron and let's run over to the board real quick and see what we need to do. And I would tell you that we have some things that need to get done sooner rather than later. This one being one of them. Our food situation is very, very bad. I am eating acorns at this point to try and get food because we have so little. So what are things that we can do to increase our food situation? We will talk about that in the next couple of minutes. Also, I would like to gather some more resources. We've only got like 8 diamonds, and diamonds are very important in modded Minecraft, so we need to get some more of those. I would love to jump into Ars Magic because there's some different items and stuff out of there that we are going to want that will give us some early game power and some early game power both mechanically on the resource collection side and mechanically on the combat side. So we also need to make ourselves a mob farm so we can start gathering different resources like ender pearls and bones, because we're going to need bones to increase farming situations, so food. I would love to get into some more machines, including a diamond furnace. Our enriching factory, or our smelting factory, is very nice, but these, when they're upgraded to factory, I find are a lot quicker. I think they consume more power, but we can also just deal with our power situation as we get there, which is one of our things down here. We need to fix our power situation. 90 FE per tick is not very good. Those 3 wind turbines over there, wind generators, are doing what they can, but they're definitely not the best. So something that I like to do is build a platform way up in the sky, connect it with an elevator to the ground floor, and then place a bunch of wind generators and then produce passive RF, or FE, whatever you want to call it. And then I would also love to work on some industrial foregoing to get a tree farm going, because a tree farm can be used to produce infinite, technically, charcoal, because trees grow very quickly, especially when you're using like oak. But let's go in here and collect our rewards. Between episodes, I crafted some pipes to see if you could filter them, and it does not seem like you can. So if there's something that you can and you know about it, just let me know in the comments. I also built the configurator. I collected our first flower, so we can dive into Botania here soon. So let's just collect all of those resources and put them all away. So if we go to raw, those are all of our raw resources at the moment. And I just put away our powder. What is that called? Iron. Put that away. Let's get our gold back out. We are pretty low on iron and gold, so we definitely need to dive into getting some more of that here soon. We're working on iron. I had 3 stacks up in here. We've got 18 extra dust, so we'll throw the 18 extra in there, let that sort out. And then once we start working on that gold, we can dive into our Ars Nouveau stuff, because Ars Nouveau is gold hungry from what I recall. So the first thing that I definitely want to get into is our food situation. And the best food item that I can think of early game is toast. Toast comes from cooking bread, and bread comes from wheat, and wheat can be grown in what these lovely things are called. These are hopper botany pots. So we need a hopper, a flower pot, and some terracotta. So basically a bunch of clay and a bunch of iron. And then what that's going to do is it's going to grow our materials over time passively, and then it will input them into a drawer beneath it, or an inventory beneath it, which we are probably going to end up using a drawer. That way, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That way, if we look at this inventory, I believe these hold 1,000 items each. So 1,000 wheat that we can turn into some helpful toast would be very nice. The squid keeps pushing my boat around. But yes, so I would love to get into some botany pots. So what I need to do is I need to go find us some clay, which there should be some at the bottom of our river over here. Our jetpack, by the way, is very nice, but I would love to upgrade it as soon as possible, which would mean that the next upgrade, I believe, is copper. So once we get a copper upgraded jetpack, we'll be able to fly a lot better. I've also been doing everything I can to collect as much coal as possible. I forget that our lead armor gives us water breathing, so I don't need to surface, but we're just going to go around here, collect some resources. I'm going to go and try and find some clay, and I'll bring you back once we are ready to start working on building up a botany pot situation. Okay, so what's been several minutes for me has been no time at all for you, so let's dive into our inventory here. I collected some clay. We're going to make 7 botany pots to start off with, and I realized that in order to cook all this, we either need to wait for that forever, or I think that we just go ahead and upgrade our furnace right now. So a factory upgrade is a pretty simple upgrade for this. We just need to make ourselves a piston. This is taking aluminum. Steel will make 2, and iron will just make 1. We don't have titanium. I don't think I've ever cooked aluminum, so we'll have to go ahead and just use the good old vanilla recipe and make ourselves a piston. And now we can dive in here and make ourselves a factory upgrade. So if you right-click, I found out between episodes, if you right-click this block down here, it will empty out that crafting grid instead of needing to do it individually. We will right-click that on there, and now we have ourselves a factory upgrade. What I would like to do is take this and upgrade it to a diamond furnace, which is going to have a cook time of 80. Now that's going to use almost all of our diamonds, so we need to think very, very carefully about that decision because there's some other things that I would like to use those diamonds for. But for now, let's go in here. Let's get 1 energy cable to expand that. And now, boom. Oh. Gotta put the factory upgrade back on there. This is going to slowly fill up with RF. I don't know why it's not. Why are you not filling up with RF? Let's try that. There we go. All right, so let's throw that clay in there. That is going to make us our 735 terracotta. And now we need to just make up. Yep, that's perfect right there. So we will go put this other clay away, get our jetpack and bounce over here real quick, throw that away. Check on our iron while we're over here. It looks like it's done. It sure is. Let's get our gold cooking. Once this is all cooked, I will bring you back and we will start working on our botany pot setup. Actually, while we're waiting for this to cook, let's go. Yeah, that's just significantly faster. You can already tell. While we are waiting for that all to cook, let's go ahead and make our hoppers. So if we go ahead and do that, and take some logs and do that, we can make 4, 7. So that's good to go there. Throw all that iron back in the system. And now we need to make some pipes. So we need to make some item pipes, which is 2 droppers. So let's grab a stack of cobblestone. Go in here, craft 4 of those, because why not? And now we will craft 32 item pipes, which we will hold on to for a while now. We need to make ourselves a pipe wrench so we can work with these pipes. I don't think we had one already. Thankfully, we did not. Looks like our terracotta over here is done. So let's go ahead and collect that, throw all that up in there. Now, in order to set this up, we are going to want to move this drawer to a more centralized location. So because we're going to have 7 pipes, we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is perfect. And then put the drawer right here in the center. That way it looks decent. It could be a little bit better, but hey, we are going to be producing a lot of resources. So this just finished. I just watched it. Let's go ahead and collect that. This is almost done. Might as well just collect it, sit here and wait for it for a second. So, in order to finish up what we're doing here, go ahead and do that. Click that to balance the grid. Put our hopper, our pots, and now boom, we have hopper botany pots, which is actually going to complete a quest. Hey, a name tag. Nice. So, we are going to do this and place these all around here. And now we need to shift right click each pipe to set them to extract mode. And now we need 7 dirt and 7 seeds, which I don't think we actually have. I think we only have a couple. Yeah, we've only got 3 right now. So let's go ahead and slap these in here. I grabbed an extra dirt. That's fine. Do we have any dirt in our system? We sure do. Let's take that out of there. Put it over here where it goes. All right, perfect. So now these are going to slowly over time, if we look at uses and go to the botany pot, it will tell us on regular dirt, it is going to grow in 1 minute. So every minute and 3 seconds, we are going to produce wheat and then a chance of producing seeds. Now, these drawers can be upgraded. So if we go to functional, I think, functional storage, yep. We can make ourselves a copper upgrade, and that is going to multiply each storage by 8, which is a huge amount of storage upgrade. So let's go ahead and make 2 copper blocks, and we need a drawer of any kind. So if we just make, I believe there's a little bit of a cheaty recipe. No, we don't want a lunar chest. We want a regular chest. There's a little bit of a cheaty recipe that they added for some reason. It will allow you to craft a drawer with 1 single chest instead of needing to actually upgrade it. So let's come over here, right click that onto the drawer. And now this is going to hold 8.2 thousand wheat, which is an incredible amount. So we'll put that chest away, put our pipes away in there. Let's go grab our gold, and boom, our food situation is taken care of. The only difference between what we have right now and what our end game is that we're going to have to cook this. So let's grab our 5 wheat that we've collected so far. Go ahead and make that. Oh, and there we go. There's our first set of seeds. Go ahead and go over here. And now if we cook up this bread, we are going to get ourselves toast, which, if you remember, we have already had toast in the past. I think we got it from a quest reward. So boom, look at that. 3 hunger and almost 6 full hunger saturation. So very, very good food situation. And now we can go here and delete food sitch, and boom, that is 1 thing off of our list done. And we're only halfway through the episode. So what do we want to do now? I think that it is time for us to upgrade our tools, because there are some things down in the mines that I would love to collect that I don't necessarily have the ability to collect right at the moment. So let's go ahead and grab that and some flint. We're probably only going to want to make that many boards. So if we go here and we search at silent gear, there are some things that we can use to upgrade our tools. So let's take a peek at what we can do. Right now we have malleable 3, flexible 2, and magnetic 1. Magnetic is great because it's going to pull in nearby items because we don't have an actual item magnet yet. And malleable and flexible basically do the same thing, only malleable is a little bit better. So there's a chance that it doesn't consume a durability when it's used. We want to keep those around. So what can we do to upgrade our iron pickaxe, but not actually remove the iron, because that's the best resource that we have at the moment to repair tools? We can do what are called tip upgrades. So in order to do this, we need a stone, a paper, and 2 template boards. Let's go over here and grab 2 andesite to make ourselves the tip upgrade. We'll make 2 of those, and that's just going to use some paper. Now we will take the tip upgrade and some diamonds, and now we will make a diamond tip upgrade. And what this is going to do is it's going to add brittle and lustrous. However, because we had flexible and malleable, brittle is going to cancel it out. So now we only have malleable 2, or malleable 1 instead of 3, and flexible 2. And lustrous means that it gets a harvest speed when it's in light, which I'm pretty sure when we're carrying around torches, that counts. This is also going to increase our harvest level up to obsidian as if it were a diamond pickaxe, and it doubles our durability up to 500 instead of 250. So very, very good increase with that tool upgrade alone. The next thing that we can do that is going to increase our ability to use this tool effectively is the grip. And a grip is just simply a piece of wool, which I don't know if we actually have any wool. We don't. But we do have some string. So let's grab our string, combine that into a wool, and then take 2 of our template boards and make ourselves our grip. And now the best grip that we can make right now is leather. So if we take that and upgrade it, we're going to get flexible 3, which is very good, but it's also going to increase our harvest speed by 15% and our repair efficiency by 10%. So we'll go ahead and combine those. We'll go ahead and combine those together. So now we are looking at a harvest speed of 8.9 instead of a harvest speed of 8, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and put all that away. We have another tip upgrade here because I wanted to tip upgrade our hammer. Because between episodes, I made a hammer to make mining a little bit better. So we are down to 6 diamonds, but that's okay. The next thing that we can use to upgrade our tools, the next thing that we can do is make ourselves a binding template, which is some string and a template board. And then if we go down here and find our string, we can combine the string and the template board to give us yet again another flexible and some more repair efficiency. So this is basically just going to make it that every time we repair our pickaxe using our very crude repair kit, it's going to be a lot better than it was before. So now we are looking at repair efficiency of 115%, an 8.9 harvest speed, a harvest level of obsidian, and 506 durability, which is quite the upgrade from what we had before and something that I have been waiting for dearly. However, I wanted to do it on camera with all of you guys. In the time that we've done that, we've already collected 25, by the looks of it, wheat, which is awesome because that is going to help our food significantly. Oh, I just put our battery away. This battery, by the way, has been a lifesaver. We have been flying around now for quite a while, and we've only used 50,000 FE, so very, very nice. Tool upgrades we can mark off the list for the time being. The next upgrade that we are going to do is a netherite coating. So until we get to the nether, there isn't much more we can do. I am going to run down into the mines. Check our armor durability. We're looking good. I'm going to run down into the mines and go to our water pool, or our lava pool. Wrong button. And start collecting some obsidian. Let's go ahead and put that away. Let's grab a bucket of water And down over here, actually, I will bring you guys along so I can show you what the mine looks like as of right now. So, over here in this natural little hole that spawned, actually, I think this is where I vein mined our first stone. Yeah, I think it is. So, over here, we have some tunnels that I was using to collect some coal. And then way down here at the bottom, we were collecting iron off here to the right, because the optimal location for iron is Y15, unless you're way up in the top of the world. But this opened up into a cave, so I've actually been following this cave for quite some time now. Without any torches, of course, because I can't be bothered to make any. Let's put this over on the right side, or the left side, I guess. The right as in correct, but the left as in physical. We found some ancient or arcane debris, which is from the Iron Spellbooks mod. No, don't do that. Let's get up here and go to the top of this if we can, and start trying to collect some obsidian. That's not the top. Hey, iron. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to do this, and you obviously know how to collect obsidian if you're watching Modded Minecraft, so I'll bring you back. As I was clearing out this lava pool, it's only been a couple of seconds, I realized that there's actually a small cave over here and a spawner. So let's go ahead and see if we can't break this spawner. It's a spider spawner. What's in here? Ooh, creeper, skeleton, and silverfish spawn eggs, and an anvil. That's awesome. That was actually... Those spawn eggs are going to be very helpful later on. What else is up in here? It's probably very dark, I apologize. Got some iron, though. Alright, back to the obsidian. So as I'm standing here collecting obsidian, I realized that there were spiders still spawning. There's another spawner right here that we missed. What's in here? More creeper spawn eggs, some our first emeralds, and some more obsidian. So, yeah, exactly what we're here for. So, after dumping our spoils off, we collected 82 obsidian down there, and there is more lava, but I got bored of mining obsidian. So, here we are up at the top. Let's grab our 57 wheat and cook that into bread. And cook that bread into toast so we can actually get our hunger back, which we are hurting for. Doot. Alright. So, I'll come back over here and collect the rest of that later, if I don't forget. And now, what do we want to do? Well, I think that, even though it's very early in the game, we have a substantial amount of energy in our inventory and a jetpack, and some early game armor and an okay weapon. So what I say we do is we go to the Nether. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's grab our flint and let's grab some iron. Because of course we need to make ourselves the very basic flint and steel. And we are going to need 9, 10, 11, 12. To make ourselves our first portal. Let's grab 4 birch planks for the corners. And where do we want to put this? Let's put it over here in our little mine area. That way if piglins... Oh, hello. What are you selling today? Legendary ink. I don't have that, and I wouldn't trade it for 11 emeralds, so... Sorry, sir, but you are not worth my time. Let's go ahead and take care of these llamas. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get some leather out of it. Take care of the trader. And we didn't get any leather. Alright. So, over here, let's go ahead and clear out a little spot for our portal. Go ahead and make it up here. It's going to be a tall one. We want the portal itself to be a 3x3 because why not? So we've got to go out one more block. This is a 4x4. We are looking to build a 5x5. So let's do that. Break this out. Boom, 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 and boom. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Hello, Nether portal. Let's go see where we spawn. Hopefully it's not a bad spawn. Doesn't sound like a bad spawn. This isn't terrible. We're in a little crystal biome, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a portal. So we know how to get back here. And look at this wide open area. This is beautiful. What is that over there? This did put down the right, yeah, portal right there, okay. Alright, let's see if we can't collect our first nether quartz. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. Only 2. There we go, there's 14 of them. What's this one? This is just a single block. Now, the next upgrade that I would like to get for our tool is actually right here, Crimson Iron. Crimson Iron is unique to the spell, or to the Silent Gear mod, and the only purpose that it has is to be turned into a tool. So Crimson Iron is pretty easy to find here in the Nether, and where it's not used to collect, where it's not used for like major resources of any kind, it's really nice to build tools out of because you can just upgrade your tools and not have to worry about, oh, Greg Tech Nether Quartz. Greg Quartz. Perfect. And some tin. So we'll leave that. Let's grab our first little bit of glowstone because we always need glowstone. Come on. There we go. Perfect. We got some glowstone powder. This is a beautiful biome. I really like this biome. Tamara the Dragonborn has spawned. Where? Over there? No? Eh, must not be too important if it's not anywhere nearby. Grab some more nether quartz. We got 30 of them now. Ouch. Grab some more nether quartz. Hey, dimensional ore. It's not super important yet, but it will be eventually. Alright. Well, you get the gist of what we're doing. So, I'm going to collect as much resources as I possibly can before I either get bored or run out of energy in the jetpack. And then we will go back and make our Crimson Iron pickaxe. Okay, so here's our haul from what I collected. We almost got 2 stacks of Crimson Iron. Now, unfortunately, Crimson Iron cannot be used to ore double, so we cannot crush it using a hammer to get 2 out of it. We might be able to enrich it. So yeah, so if we go in here and we break this into a pile of 3, we can enrich 3 into 4. So that's the best way to get a little bit of extra out of your Crimson Iron. So let's go ahead and throw this in over here. Once we get our first 3 ingots, we'll go make our pickaxe head so we can compare how good this resource actually is. So if we come in here, we'll grab our template boards and our sticks. Open up our crafting inventory. Make a pickaxe template and Crimson Iron. This also has malleable 3 and hard. The only downside to using Crimson Iron is it does not have magnetic. So let's go ahead and put away our spoils that we collected. And now we'll grab our pickaxe and we'll replace that. So now we go up to 676 durability and a harvest speed of 14.64 instead of 8.9. So yes, that is quite an upgrade. We will put the broken part actually in the trash can because we don't need an iron pickaxe for anything. Actually, you know what? Let's grab a stick and let's make an iron pickaxe. And then we will hold on to this pickaxe. We will use it eventually. And I'm pretty sure we're going to use that as our Silk Touch pickaxe. So let's go over here and name this what I call all of my picks. The pick. Because it's the pick. This is the pickaxe. Let's go back over here. Enriching chamber is working on very diligently doubling, or not doubling, but, you know, getting us more than what we're supposed to get. So, now that we have some crimson iron and a good upgrade to our tools, I think the best thing that we can do to increase what we are getting out of that is to actually build a sturdy repair kit. So a sturdy repair kit is 1 diamond and an iron rod. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an iron rod. This also has magnetic and flexible. So maybe we replace the wooden tool rod with the iron tool rod and we can get that magnetic back. Aha, yes. We've got flexible 3, malleable 1, hard 2, lustrous 2, and magnetic 3. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the same thing to our hammer. Is that going to change 756, 756? So it doesn't change our durability at all. Doesn't change our repair efficiency at all. Doesn't change our harvest speed or anything like that. Yeah, so it literally just adds flexible and magnetic, which is fine with me. So let's put our parts away. Now we've got the iron rods, so let's go ahead and craft ourselves a sturdy repair kit. And now with a sturdy repair kit, this is going to hold 32 resources instead of 8. And is going to have a repair efficiency of 40 instead of 30. So it's going to fix our tools better, and it's going to fix our tools for longer. So let's put the iron one away because our iron hammer is still iron. Let's collect our stuff here. Let's work on filling this up. That can still hold quite a bit more. So let's go ahead and do that. That can hold 4 more. Boom. We have a full crimson iron repair kit and a better pickaxe. And we also have a food situation figured out. So, yeah, look at that. In all the time that I've been away, we have gathered quite a bit of stuff here. Let's go ahead and make all the bread that we can. Balance out that grid. Oh, we can make flour. What is flour used for? Onion rings. Nice. We can't cook it into anything. Banana nut bread, that looks pretty good. We can make dough. What is dough used for? Okay, so dough is definitely useful, but not immediately. So, good enough. We have quite a bit of crimson iron. Let's go ahead and put all that away. Maybe we'll upgrade the hammer to crimson iron too. Who knows? But yeah, we have some nice food situation figured out. We've got better tools. We've got access to the Nether now. We've upgraded our situation over here. We've added a... Yes, that's what I was trying to say. We added a golden furnace factory, which is going to cook a heck of a lot faster than this guy. Unfortunately, we can definitely upgrade this later on. Where we're using both of those right now, we're actually going to start draining our power. So we should probably just go ahead and not do that. But, yeah. I think that is going to do it for this episode. We didn't get a whole lot progress-wise done, but we did get a nice little foundation to stand on. I upgraded our pickaxe, and we got some food. So, guys... if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you disliked it, go ahead and leave a dislike. If there's anything that you'd like to say to me or the people of YouTube, go ahead and do that in the comment section down below. But for now, I would like to say good night or good evening or good afternoon or good morning or whatever it is for you. Just have a good day, okay? Be happy. This has been Say-La-Vee, and bye-bye.